All right. Great day. Great day. Um, so my name is Mr. Brown. Welcome to my website at mrbrown6grade.weebly.com. And I'm here to introduce to you my flipped classroom project. So as you click on, so here's my home page. There's two ways to get to my flipped classroom page. You can either click the button at the top second to the right, and it'll take you to my flipped classroom, or you can go to the home page and scroll down to Flipped Classroom Project and click here to learn more. It'll take you also to the Mr. Brown's Flipped Classroom webpage. My grade level is sixth grade, and the subject is math. So, I'm a sixth grade math teacher. The first section you'll see when scrolling down is the directions. So if you read, uh, the directions will tell you everything about each, or a statement about each of the different sections. It's numbered from 1 through 8, and you'll notice that all the sections here are covered. Uh, so next thing is we're going to talk about standards. The standard that will discuss for our flipped classroom is going to be standard NS5. This standard covers understanding that positive and negative numbers are used together to describe quantities having opposite directions. So basically, learning how to interpret whether a situation is positive or negative in the same scenario. There's the objective. Very important for students to know the standard and can be able to follow the objective, because students are responsible for learning the information of this in the standard. So as teachers, we have to make sure a student knows standards and objectives. And also, if you scroll down, here's the lesson plan. So in the lesson plan, it's pretty much a script of how the next class session is going to go. It has the standard, the objective, and the I can statement. All right, so it just loaded up here. You can see they have the standard, objective, I can statement. Afterwards, you have the prerequisites, things students must know, skills that they'll learn or use, and experience and background and different things like that. And then the bottom of the lesson plan is more like a written script of the structure of the lesson, how the lesson goes from minute 1 to the last minute of class. All right, so very important to look at that to understand what you'll be learning uh, that week or that day, so on. Going back to our flipped classroom project, we have the instructional video. It is a YouTube video in which I explain what instruction will take place on the next day. So all right, that's there. You can certainly watch the video. It's not long. It's only 2 minutes 48 seconds, and I just explain what goes on, what is going to go on in class tomorrow, so that students are prepared. All right. So moving on, let's go back to the flipped classroom. We have the presentation of Google Slides, and this will be your presentation that you take notes from. So this is the pretty much the notes portion of class. So if you go here, it'll take you to this wonderful Google Slides presentation, very colorful, talking about positive and negative numbers. If we go to the second slide, you can see this is pretty much a scenario to get you, introduce you to positive and negative numbers. And then we'll go into the video. This is a nice video from Math Antics, in learning how to interpret positive and negative numbers. You can watch this video to learn. And then we'll talk about integers and keywords and different examples so that you'll understand, hey, what do I need to know about positive and negative numbers. How can I determine whether a number is positive or negative? And what is 0 in that situation? All right, so let's move on. Next thing we're going to talk about is the curation tool. So notice how in each section I have some text. That's just to further explain what's going on. So in this curation tool, this is pretty much the assignment I'm going to use for class tomorrow. So as you can see, it says before clicking on the button, please follow the instructions 1 through 8. The best thing to do would be to copy and paste this onto a Google Doc or Word doc, and then check off the list as you go along. Basically, what Lino is, it's a resource, or it's a curation tool you can use to put several different posts or information, different types of information, and house them in one setting. So a student can learn different things and a variety of things all in one place. They don't have to go to several different platforms. They can just use the Lino. And it's also a great collaboration tool. If you want to collaborate with students, you can use the sticky notes, or you can have students click on stuff in the sticky note. So very useful there. Resource 1 is Khan Academy. And Khan Academy, it'll take you to this section right here where you can learn how to do negative numbers via the video. But what also is nice about Khan Academy is that you can practice problems involving the standard. So basically, if it says, let's see if we answer a question. And guess what? If you scroll down and press the check button, it'll tell you if you got it correct or not. So Khan Academy is very good about that, because when students use this resource, it's beneficial because it has its own assessment tools. And when you answer a question, it'll tell the student if they got the answer right or wrong. And students' performance will be measured based on what score they get. They would send me a screenshot so I can record their score. All right, so resource 2 is a game. You can certainly read the text right here to learn more about the game, but clicking on the game, it'll take you to this website. It has Pinata Fever at the top, but I'm not trying to play that game. I actually want the students to play this game that says use negative numbers. They'll click on this little box that lights up, and then they answer questions in this game. And once again, it says, oh, which value is the arrow pointing to? I'm just going to go ahead and select the right answer because it's 8 and 10, 9 is in between. And real-time feedback, so it lets you know if you get the answer right or wrong. So I'm going to click out of there. So that is the Prodigy game. And then last but not least, we have the Google Forms quiz. Directions to demonstrate what you learned so far, please take the Google Forms quiz. So the Google Forms quiz is there just to give you an indication on whether you learned the lesson for today or whether you need more work. You answer the questions, and then you press the submit button, and it will tell you what grade you got. So I obviously did not take that quiz seriously, but if you look at your score, we got a 40. So obviously I did not learn anything in this lesson except for the last two things. So if you answer the questions in that quiz, it'll give you feedback instantaneous. It's just like the other resources, providing students with real-time feedback. So that's pretty much it. That was my flipped Google Classroom. I hope you enjoyed the presentation, and I hope you have a great day. Goodbye.